Yeah, welcome everybody to The Spill. This is essentially where the show will take place. We're going to hang out here on the couch. My name is Snutt, as I said before. I'm the community manager for Coffee Stain Studios. And today I am joined by Emmett, who is our new game director at Coffee Stain Studios, working on Satisfactory. So for those who don't know, do you want to give me the elevator pitch of Satisfactory? This was not, we didn't plan for this, but do you want to do that?
That's the energy we need going into
this.
Yeah.
It's pure. It's going to be chaotic immediately.
Yes. Yes, Satisfactory is basically factory building game. We released the 1.0, it's actually our 1 month anniversary to the 1.0. It was Tuesday 4 weeks ago, I just realized.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, holy shit.
Wow, time flies.
I thought it was only like 2 days, but yeah, that was 4 weeks ago.
Damn, yeah.
It's available on Steam now. It's been in development for about 8 years. It had been in early access for 5 before this, and the reception has been incredible so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, super happy to see how things are going.
Yeah, damn it, you passed the test.
I was ready, and you were going to throw a curveball. I'm ready for anything.
You would have been fired on the spot if you didn't land this elevator pitch. Yeah, so Satisfactory has been in development for a long time, and we were going to start the whole show with just talking a little bit about Satisfactory and sort of what we have cooking. We have sort of 2 segments for Satisfactory. We're going to talk a little bit briefly what we have in store for the show, but we're also going to talk later about more in depth about what's coming up. But I think the big reveal, or bigger reveal, I think people kind of suspected this, but what is the future?
I'm terrified you set expectations really high now. I mean, in the very near future, our next content is FICSMAS. So we kind of thought, is there anything else we want to do, but FICSMAS, we're going to have a Christmas event starting on the 1st of December, which will again run into January. There's going to be a lot of Yes, that's all. We got that too. Don't worry. You should play Satisfactory. We've got snow in there too now. But yeah, we're going to have FICSMAS kicking off. I think we've got some things to show for it. I guess we'll show a bit later.
Yeah, we have some B-roll actually, and hopefully it made it in because it was really last second, but we made it. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Look at that. Look. Oh my God, it's so much better than I thought it was going to be.
It's so pretty right now.
Yeah.
Holy shit. This isn't even the best scene.
Because we gave Linus a very short deadline for this, and he's been cooking. Holy shit. So this is a little bit work in progress, as in these scenes. We'll give you more of an updated view. But what are we looking at here?
How about them northern lights?
Yeah, holy shit.
How pretty is that?
That's crazy.
Holy shit.
So yeah, essentially, FICSMAS is getting the 1.0 polish pass. FICSMAS has always been a little bit of a last second thing we always do for Christmas.
Yeah, I think the original was described to me as they kind of just got it all done 2 weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
Which is amazing how well it has still come out. But yeah, again, game is in 1.0 now. Everything has to be kind of polished to that level. That's the expectation we're setting. Yeah. So yeah, we put a lot of work into making sure all the art assets are updated. We've got a new calendar, a whole bunch of cool unlocks. Make sure you make it to the very end of the calendar because there's some cool stuff in there that we want everyone to see. And then a whole bunch of new MAM tree research, of course. And again, some cool unlocks and different little cosmetics and nice things to have to show you took part in FICSMAS this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, we're pretty pleased with it. Again, it's still work in progress. We're going to get more stuff done. We have a few little maybe hidden things that haven't been announced or shown in this B-roll yet that we'll hopefully get in there too. So yeah, no, we're happy with how things are going.
Really cool. I'm really curious about what's going to happen with the calendar, because that's always been something a little bit weird where you need something from the calendar or lock it in the calendar. I don't know if
I'm just you're throwing me a curveball again.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to change that or maybe.
No, it's mostly the same. We'll still have some different randomized unlocks, but we have more substantial spread out unlocks throughout it as well.
Yeah.
But I think the story that Mark described to me this morning was because you have random unlocks in the calendar, you get someone that gets this really cool thing like a superposition oscillator or something that wasn't even in the game in the last or previously. And then you get one person who gets coal on the same day, and it's it's just that juxtaposition of oh, this thing's fucking awesome, and then you just get I
kind of like that though because because they get some funny posts on our forums whenever people are what the shit, I got coal. So yeah, I love that stuff. So yeah, FICSMAS is coming up. It's kind of weird because we're in October. This year flew by. It's kind of nuts.
We're almost halfway through October.
Yeah. Are we? Wait, no.
Wait, no. Oh my God.
My brain is a week. No. October
just goes this week's.
Yeah. Very exciting. But what happens after FICSMAS?
Oh my God, what happens after FICSMAS?
Yeah, what happens after FICSMAS?
Not 2.0. Just so we have that clear, Not yet. Who knows? Maybe in the future. But no, obviously we're going to keep supporting Satisfactory. We have a kind of code name 1.1, which was going to be the next large free update. So like obviously Satisfactory had 8 updates up until we did 1.0. We're now just figuring out like what exactly does a free update look like afterwards, but we are going to have something substantial hitting somewhere in 2025. And then we're looking at other ways to expand.
Yeah, soon.
Vaguely, TM 2025.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that's the thing we're probably putting a lot of our focus into right now. Like, what does the shape of that? What does it look like? There are other ways we want to look at expanding the game, but I think that's maybe something we talk about in the second segment.
Yeah, we'll have a segment later in the show where we'll go more in depth of like as to what we sort of plan to do with Satisfactory, like going forward, like what our sort of goals are and like what we like how our release cycle will work. Because when we've been in early access, we've had like one type of release cycle where we make these updates, and for the most part, I think we want to sort of keep that going. But after 1.0, we sort of need to look inside ourselves and sort of decide like how we want to do things. If we want to work on DLC, or if we want to go to these free updates, or if we want to do both. So I don't know.
It's a really nice challenge to have.
Yeah.
Now, honestly.
Yeah.
And again, this comes down to the reception this game has had. For the last 4 weeks, we've been in like the top 10 most played games on Steam, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
A huge thank you to everyone who is playing this. We love it. Like, we have been following like all different Twitch streams and stuff, and we're always watching like the CCU count on SteamDB and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah, it's mind-blowing.
And not only that, but we got nominated for the Golden Joystick Award.
Yes.
Which is really cool. We haven't really been nominated for any awards much for Satisfactory. I guess because we're in early access, I guess that kind of makes sense that you...
Yeah, I know, but I get here and suddenly we get a nomination. Like,
is
that a coincidence?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's really cool. And also, call to action. Q. You guys can go and vote for Satisfactory for PC Game of the Year, the nomination
category.
Really cool. PC Game of the Year is like...
It's incredible.
Yeah, that's really...
nominations, voting is up now. The award ceremony is on the 21st of November, if I remember correctly. That's when it'll actually
I think that's when the voting ends or something like that. Or
no, it's the actual ceremony is on the 21st.
Yeah, but I think the voting keeps...
Does it go right? Okay.
I don't know. It's on the website.
We'll trust it. It's there, yeah. It's on the link.
Yeah. The website is a bit finicky, but if you're a true pioneer, then you'll pull through, I guess.
Yeah, we believe in you all.
Yeah, we believe in you all. So yeah, we will talk more about 1.1, and we'll talk more about like the future and console as well. Don't forget console, because we're also coming to console.
We would never.
So we will give you guys more of an in-depth like information about that. But at least FICSMAS, we got roll the B-roll again. We got FICSMAS. I'm throwing so many curveballs at Sam. He's not ready for this, because I'm really excited for this stuff. This little snow guy. Really looking forward to the polish that goes into it, because like we said before, we rarely have time for like this stuff. It's always like last second. So now we actually have a chance to do the proper like 1.0 polish pass.
Yeah, you can see it in the art and like the VFX, such a high level.
And there might be one or two more new things in FICSMAS.
We got some ideas.
Who knows?
Yeah,
we don't know right now. Maybe we'll see it later.
My heart rate is fucking racing after that.
Really?
They said that.
Oh yeah. Talking about...
I'm gonna calm down now.
Yeah.
We're good.
So if you're just joining us, this is The Spill. This is our little sort of new stream event that we've organized. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Hopefully this now makes sense, what this whole thing is, because it's been really hard to like explain what The Spill is for everyone who's like expecting one thing, but yeah. But here we are. We're gonna talk a little bit about Satisfactory. We kind of teased people.
We got a couple of things to talk about.
And we probably won't, like, if you're here for like the grand reveal of like what, we can start with that maybe. We say like what we're working on next is 1.1.
Yes.
Next free update.
In terms of free update, it's 1.1.
Yeah.
And yeah, that will hit, aiming for 2025 at some point.
Early 2025, yeah.
Early 2025. We're going to not do any specific promises for features, with the exception of...
What could it be, chat? What do you think it is?
Straight pipes.
Straight pipes. That's the one thing we're going to confirm today. I kind of feel
it's a little.
I feel like it's my fault, because I kind of like in the video I made talking about the straight modes. It's like we need straight pipes.
Yes.
Come on.
And I am seeing some things in chat here about FICSMAS. Yes, FICSMAS is also coming up.
Yeah.
We do have a seasonal coming up in December. We mentioned it in the previous segment.
Yeah. But okay, so what this segment that we're going to talk about Satisfactory, because like, why do we have another segment with Satisfactory if that's the only thing you're going to confirm for 1.1?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so what we sort of want to explain in this segment is sort of like how we think we're going to continue working on Satisfactory, because we worked on, during early access, we've done one thing, and it's worked really well for us, and we don't want to change the formula too much. But with 1.0 comes like a little bit of a paradigm shift in a way. Yeah, like we've been put in this amazing position again by the community. Everyone's so supportive. Launch was incredible, and now we've just taken some time to settle down and think, okay, like this is like the polished game. What is next? And it just feels natural to us to continue to actually add to this right now. And there was a lot kind of left on the cutting room floor, I guess we can kind of say. Like there's a lot of content that still could have been added. That's where 1.1 comes in. That there will be free things. We are looking at other seasonals. So again, FICSMAS is super fun, and we're thinking, is there other areas in the year that kind of maybe there's a cool seasonal could hit? March 19th is our early access anniversary, if I remember correctly, and that's potentially a date at some point. Not guaranteeing anything for next year. No. It's something we have in mind at some point. Yeah. And obviously, like, Halloween's always cool, but like we need to figure out what actually makes most sense. Like, how do we want to split the team and focus on different tracks? But we would like to look at some point in the future, can we expand this game in with proper large scale expansions? So we're thinking about that. Like, that's honestly something that's on our minds right now. And it's like, what would that type of content look like? Is it a new biome? Are we going to go to a completely different world? Are we going to go off to an island nearby? Or are we going to go underground or into space? Like, these are all conversations we've had right now. Yeah. And we're trying to just see, okay, what's the best fit for this game? And if we do a new biome, what's the reason behind it? Is there new resources? Is it transport? Is it something to do with alien tech? So we're still trying to find, everything that we do has to feel like it fits into what Satisfactory is. Yeah. So, and this is also, I guess, something that we are interested in hearing our community also sort of voice their opinion on. Like, if there's anything specific that you guys want to see for DLC, or where we should pursue DLC if we do that. What you guys want to see and what you think makes sense. Because I saw a comment on weather in chat, and I don't think we would want to do that, because weather is something that we've added rain. We added rain during early access, and unfortunately we had to remove it. And if we wouldn't want to add rain back as a DLC or something like that, because then it feels like we... Yeah, exactly. It's like you take something out, then you charge for it again. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't really be how we'd want to run this game. Yeah. People are saying base defense. That's not happening. Shut up. Get out of here. That's going to be a really expensive DLC.
I mean, keep playing our game.
I'm not. Okay, I'm saying I'm joking about it, but if that. I mean, we said never, but anything could happen. Honestly, it depends on if we think it's worth pursuing or not. Exactly, and we read. We're constantly looking at Reddit threads. We're constantly watching people on Twitch and listen to what people actually want kind of in this game. And we have the QA site, which is a great source for feedback, and would always like to direct people towards that as well if there are specific requests. So it's definitely feedback is not going unheard. We'll say that. We have enormous lists of feedback, and it's a case of okay, what is actually the first thing we do more than anything? Yeah. Base defense confirmed. God damn it. No, stop that. Get it. Yeah. No, and I know there's people asking for end game post end game content and stuff like that, and it goes back into maybe making post end game content makes more sense for DLC, or maybe it doesn't. That's it's figuring, and it's also who are we making this for? Because we have such a wide player base, but also that. Post endgame, you're kind of looking at post tier 9 content. Yeah. There's kind of not a lot of players will get to that. So exactly. So we do want to cater to that hardcore player, but we want to still be able to add things that will every player in our community is able to enjoy something from it. Yeah. So it's just it's trying to strike a balance essentially. Yeah. More alien tech would be cool actually. Alien tech is that's something I feel we can flesh out without it impeding with the existing content. Very much so. Yeah. We've had a lot of ideas that could go down that route. Yeah. But we're talking about potential DLC, and we've talked about the 1.1, which is the working title for the next free update that we have coming up. Yes. We talked about we're probably going to do more seasonals in the future. Seasonal has always been last second, and we always wanted to do more, but FICSMAS has been the only thing we really had time to make. Yeah. So hopefully we can tie that more in the future. One thing that we sort of skipped over in the little notes here is talking about console.
Yes,
because that's something that a lot of people are tuning in to learn more about. And I think we can confirm today that console will not happen this year, but we are looking for like an early 2025.
Yes, we are trying to find the specific release date at the moment. Just kind of what makes most sense, because again, you don't want to release a game and then 10 other like AAA games to release the same week or something. So we're pretty much in the stage now where we just want to find the right window.
And also figure out how to work with console. Because we kind of touched on that when I had the roundtable with Jonathan working on Valheim. Because like when you support console, you also need to push the game to another storefront. And there's a lot of work like, maintaining parity. They have cross-play, which is also something we haven't decided yet whether we'll do.
It's a difficult topic. Then you have mod support and such.
Yeah, exactly.
It's difficult. Or by mods on PC, it's difficult.
So that's also something we have to sort of take into consideration. There are pros and cons of doing either route. And we're still, like I said, we're still trying to figure some of that stuff out. We kind of want to hear you guys' opinion as well, whether you feel crossplay would be something that you guys would really be excited about. That's also something that...
Well, we should mention controller support.
Yeah.
Will come to PC. With console, we will bring controller support to PC as well.
Yeah.
And we will look at is there ways to kind of test that early with like an experimental branch or something, but that will definitely, we can confirm that will happen.
Yeah. We've confirmed that before, but one thing that I think would be really cool if we could do is if we could have PC players test the controller support before we launch console. Because I've played the game, playing Satisfactory on console is a very different experience.
Yes.
Because playing with controller, I mean, people have played Satisfactory with controllers, so they probably know what I'm sort of talking about, but like, it is kind of a different game.
Yeah.
And we're still sort of like, there's a lot of work that's gone into controller support, and we're still figuring things out.
Yeah, it's complicated. Like there's a lot of options within Satisfactory. How do you put that all just on like a console or
and
controller?
And it affects so many more things than just like, it's a beast. So we're going to look into that. Last thing I want to mention before we sort of end this segment is that we have been nominated for the Golden Joystick Award. So I'm going to push that again. Hit that little vote button. You got it right down here. We're super honored about that, and you guys can help us get the PC Game of the Year award if you help us vote. So that would be really cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would be a fantastic. It would just cap off everything nicely.
Yeah.
But again, thank you so much to the community for supporting this game, and this last month since it's been out has been incredible.
Yeah, for sure. It's the post that 1 point.
Yeah, I know it was crazy.
Yeah, it feels like it was like last week.
Yeah.